everyone, I'm Judy from the Open the Book team. Today we're going to hear a story which Jesus told his followers. When Jesus tells stories, they can have many meanings. Today we're thinking about a story he told about some young girls who were asked to do something special. It's called The Story of 10 Bridesmaids. So let's open the book. Well, this is very fancy. This must be for a very special party. Once there were 10 young girls. 10 girls who had been asked to do something very special at a wedding. The wedding was at night, and they'd been asked to go and meet the bridegroom and light his way to the wedding. Nowadays, weddings are at a certain time. It's there on the invitation. But in those days, and in that place, the wedding began whenever the bridegroom arrived. And he could arrive at any time. 10 girls were very excited. 10 girls put on their best clothes. 10 girls brushed their hair and braided it with shiny bows and ribbons. 10 girls put on bracelets and necklaces and dangly earrings. 10 girls all chattered and laughed and made a lot of noise. But 5 of the girls were foolish and 5 of the girls were wise. 10 girls each carried a lamp. In those days, lamps were made of pottery. The lamps were filled with oil. A little wick soaked up the oil. And when the wick was lit, there was light. Now, 5 of the girls knew that the bridegroom might be delayed. So, as well as brushing their hair and putting on their best clothes, they brought along extra supplies of oil for their lamps, just in case it ran out while they were waiting. The other 5 girls knew this too, but they were foolish. They braided their hair and put on their jangly earrings in the same way. But they also made a different choice and simply didn't bother to bring any extra oil with them. 10 girls all made their way to the meeting place. The bridegroom, however, was nowhere to be seen. 10 girls waited and waited and waited. They waited so long, in fact, that they got drowsy and they all fell fast asleep. Suddenly, someone shouted, "The bridegroom's here! The bridegroom's here! Get up! Get up! Let's go and meet him!" 10 girls woke up, startled. It was time to go meet the bridegroom. But wait, the oil in their lamps had almost run out. The flames were flickering, their light nearly out. The 5 wise girls got out their extra oil and refilled their lamps. The flames burned brighter. The 5 foolish girls said, "Our lamps are running out. Please, can you give us some of your oil?" "We're sorry," said the 5 wise girls. "If we give you some oil, we won't have enough for ourselves, and our lamps will go out. You'll need to go and see if you can find some more oil." So the 5 foolish girls rushed off and bought some extra oil and refilled their lamps. But by the time they got back to the meeting place, the bridegroom had already left with the 5 wise girls leading the way with their lamps. The 5 foolish girls hurried after them to the wedding. When they did get there, the door was shut. All the other guests were inside, with music playing and laughter. The girls banged on the door. "It's us! We're here!" they cried. But a man on the other side of the door said, "Sorry, I don't know you. You're too late. Everything's already started." So the 5 foolish girls were left out on the street, while the 5 wise girls had a great time at the party. I expect all of those girls would have been very excited to be chosen, but 5 of them were disorganized and distracted and didn't bother to prepare. So they missed the special moment when the bridegroom arrived, and they missed the party. Why? Because they didn't use their knowledge and their insight to take the right actions at the very beginning. They knew what they had to do, and they chose not to do it. Have you ever missed out on something special, like the girls, because of something foolish you did? Perhaps you couldn't go on the class trip because you forgot to take the permission slip home. Remember how that felt, or would have felt. What could you choose to do differently next time? Now, I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer, say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you for helping us to understand what it means to be wise through the stories Jesus told. Help us to live in a wise way in our school, at home, and in our communities. Amen.